feel so stupid right now because this is technically my second official time trying to do this fucking video, because the first time the audio did not pick up, and so I thought my mic was broken, I thought my computer was broken, and then I figured out what it was. Apparently, when you do the hidden over your mic on your Streamlabs, it actually takes out your mic. I didn't know this, so if you didn't know this either, now you know, so you won't be like me. But anyways, let's get into some things. So, about a year ago, I want to say, I did a video and I did a reaction to Maleficent 2 trailer, Mistress of Evil. And I said that I was interested in watching the movie, that I liked, Angelina Jolie's portrayal of Maleficent. And I was like, for it. I was like, yes, go. Yes, bitch. Yes, yes, yes. But I never went to go see it in movie theaters because, bitch, I didn't have time. I didn't have time. Like, deadass. And laziness and other things. So, I didn't go see it. So, I have the Disney Plus app, so I went to go, and it's available now on Disney Plus. So, I was like, okay, cool. I'll go watch it now. So, I watched it. I want to believe I watched it Saturday. And I was just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So basically what this video is not a review, it's not a reaction, it's more of like a rant discussion type thing. Really pissed off that my other video did not record correctly, so this one is probably not gonna be as good, but it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. So since it's a discussion time, I am going to talk about 3 things that I thought was like a bunch of bullshit. Well, no, I take that back. Like 3 things that I feel like that made me feel a ways. So, the first thing, that whole proposal between Sleeping Beauty and Prince Philip, you could have saved that. That was the dumbest shit ever. Like how the fairies got involved and how it wasn't even romantic and how he was like fumbling over his words, and the chemistry was absolutely horrendous. Like it looked like there were 2 people that did not want to be there and they were forced. It looked like a forced proposal. They just did not want to be there. Like it was just really evident they didn't want to be there. To be fair, the chemistry that was had with the first Prince Philip and the actress wasn't that great either. So I just I don't know. But I don't know much about, Ellie. I think her name's Ellie Fanning. She's Dakota Fanning's little sister, so I'm trying to be respectful because I do like Dakota Fanning. We stan. But I don't know if it's her or it's like the men. Like I don't know what it is, but there's something wrong where there's like that I don't give a fuck, and I'm not even acknowledging that this is supposed to be a romantic moment. It was so bad that I was legit like, bitch, we could have kept that. We could have kept that. Could have kept that shit. Like, keep that shit to your motherfucking self. Like, what the fuck? So then, another key point that really like irked me. It irked me, bitch. It irked me. It was the dinner scene. Like, before we get into the whole dinner scene, I just want to make it clear that when I call Michelle Pfeiffer character a bitch and a cunt in all types of foul languages, it is not me disrespecting Michelle Pfeiffer. She is a legend. She's an icon. So I'm not disrespecting her. It's just that Michelle Pfeiffer did her job. Does that make sense? She did her job in making me hate her character. That's where this anger and aggression is coming from. It's not coming from a place of, I don't like Michelle Pfeiffer, is fuck that bitch's character. Like, holy fucking shit, you did a fantastic job, because I cannot stand that bitch. Not at all. So so after the proposal, and this is like another one of those things where there's like a huge like plot hole, if that makes sense, like a huge plot hole. So basically the plot hole for this scenario was Philip, it's like, hey, we need to tell our parents, which I'm so confused. Where did Maleficent become Sleeping Beauty's mom? I actually had to rewatch the first one. I had it on my DVR, so I actually rewatched the first one because like this whole theme without this throughout the second one was like they had a mother and daughter relationship, and bitch, I was confused. I was like, where did this come from? So I literally watched the first one, and I'm just like, okay, so she basically is complaining about the ants, the three fairies, the ants not really taking care of her. So like she was complaining about that. Then she was like, oh, they're gonna starve her. So like the crow gave her like a flower that had milk in it. Like I did not really see any real diaper changing. I didn't see Maleficent, brushing her hair. I didn't see any tuck-ins when you're having a nightmare. Like, I didn't see any parenting. Does that make sense? Like, it was more of Maleficent just standing back and observing Aura and making sure she didn't get killed. So she was more, and I agree with the sense of a fairy godmother. And then you didn't really see her have any real interactions with her. Like you saw at one time when she was like a toddler, which that was actually Angelina Jolie's daughter, biological daughter, which I thought was cute. When I mean biological, like I don't mean to throw shade. I'm just saying that like that was actually like her daughter in that scene in the first movie, which was really, really cute. But like you just saw that part, and then you see, the part when she turns 16, like that's where you kind of see Maleficent like being more of a parent role. But like besides that, it's like, bitch, what did you do? Like she even said it herself, like you were a shadow. Like it wasn't until Aura called her out, or I know I'm fucking the girl's name up, but it wasn't until Sleeping Beauty called her out. Like Maleficent didn't even know that Sleeping Beauty even knew about her existence. So what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? I went to like the whole like her like the queen, Prince Philip's mother saying like, oh, I want to see the woman that raised Aura. It's like, what? You mean the three fairies? Like they did a horrible job, but like they deserve that credit more than Maleficent. So that really, really, really confused me. So plot hole. Philip's mama's like, hey, I want to meet her mama, which I already told you why I didn't really understand that. Then there isn't any interaction showing Prince Philip telling Sleeping Beauty that Maleficent's invited. Like it literally what looks like to me in like how it was kind of edited was like they went and told the parents around the same time. Like they said they were proposed and they kind of agreed on, hey, let's go tell our parents. And then they went their separate ways to tell their parents. So I didn't really understand how Sleeping Beauty knew to ask Maleficent to come to the dinner. Again, a plot hole. I didn't understand that. And there's another plot hole that like bothered me too. Like not all plot holes bother me, but like some of them is like, okay, bitch, let that make sense. Like how did she know to tell Maleficent that she was invited? So I was like, okay, how did that happen? But whatever. So then they're gonna go to the dinner, and Maleficent's like all nervous and stuff. And then I got like I felt a ways when Sleeping Beauty was like, hey, I have this present for you. I have a scarf to cover up your horns. And I was just like, and it's to make you, it's the manipulation of it. It's to make you feel comfortable and everyone else to feel comfortable. What does that mean? How does her covering herself, a part of her being, supposed to make her feel comfortable? Like, maybe it's because I'm black or whatever, but for whatever reason that triggered the fuck out of me. It's like, oh, we need to like cover up your blackness. Like, if you could not say what's up, that'd be really nice. And if you could just meet my parents and just get with the by gollies, that'll be great. Like, it was just like, it was like literally stripping away someone's part of their identity. Like, again, like maybe it's because I'm black, I took it a different way, but like I'm just like, what in the human supremacy is this? No, I'm not going to say the other supremacy because it's a human and a fairy thing. So we're going to call it human supremacy. But what in the human supremacy is going on? Like, what in the fuck? I'm going to cover your horn. So I'm just like, ugh. Oh, Disney, you're doing that like you did with Zootopia, trying to make a movie about race, and at the end, everybody's cool. You doing it again like you did with Zootopia, bitch. Even though, like, I did talk to someone like a couple of months ago, and they had no idea that Zootopia was about race. Like, they had no idea. They're like, wait, Zootopia is about race? And they thought about it, and they're like, wow, that movie is about race. I'm like, yeah, it is. It is about racism. Are you kidding me? Like, Zootopia is dead ass about racism, but that's a different story. So, Maleficent is behaving, changing her image to make the humans feel comfortable. Again, pissed me off. A girl is triggered. So then she goes across the water to go to the dinner. And the humans had their pitchforks ready and were saying all types of fucked up shit to her, like at Jump Street. Again, if I was Maleficent, I would have turned around. If you want to meet me and have dinner with me, you need to come to where I am, because the fairies have more class than the humans do, and they won't meet you with pitchforks. They'll meet you with flowers and roses and with humble greetings instead of stank eyes and eye rolls. But again, the humans do what the humans do. So one thing that like irritates me, and again another reason why I felt like I was triggered, was like Maleficent like comes in there and like she's like hella respectful, and like what's irritating to me is, for whatever reason, people that have strong personalities, for whatever reason, they just come off, again, for whatever reason, they come off as the one that starts shit, the aggressor. It's never anybody else. It's the person that has a strong personality. It's always the person, it's the people that when they go into a room, they make a statement and the whole world stops. Now, some people might know what I'm talking about. Like, there are certain people that when they go into the room, the whole world stops, meaning it could be positive or a negative stop. Like, it's a negative stop, meaning nobody fussed with this person, but the room stops. Or it's a positive, like the girl is fabulous or pretty, whatever, and the room stops. Like, for whatever reason, people that kind of stop time with their presence is always labeled as the aggressor, someone that's starting shit. It's never anybody else. And it irritated the fuck out of me. Like, Maleficent was like so respectful, so quiet, like on the P's and Q's. Like, she sits at the table and they had iron on the table. So for the people that didn't watch the first movie, the iron, like the fairies are allergic to iron. So she like grabs the iron, whatever, and like it like burns her hand like immediately. And then like the queen, being all human, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that the iron did that to you. Take the iron away immediately. No, bitch, you did know. You did know. You purposely did that. And that's what gets on my nerves. But we'll get into it. So the queen was saying all sorts of anti-fairy shit. Very, very slick with the mouth. Very, very disturbing and disgusting. And Maleficent is just like biting her fucking tongue the whole entire time. Mind you, that fairies are becoming missing at this time. And the lady was like, oh, well, we're not doing anything. You're the one that's killing humans. And it's just like, so You're not going to take any responsibility for fairies being missing, but you're going to be mad that 2 people died when I have a shitload of fairies missing. Okay, human, let's talk about it. But anyways, and then she just kept on like poking and poking and poking. And then the one thing that like made Maleficent flip out was her saying like, "Oh, I'm going to be like a mother because I'm a human, so I'm going to be a better mother than you were." Which we already had the discussion where I didn't understand the whole mother shit. But again, it hit a nerve for Maleficent, and if it hit a nerve for her, it hit a nerve, and it was a nerve that she wanted to hit. And Maleficent finally flipped the fuck out because she was probably in that dinner for an hour of this bitch just non-stop saying anti-fairy shit, and she finally lost her fucking shit. And then Sleeping Beauty switches up on her and tries to defend the human lady, which, I mean, it pissed me off because I'm just like, Laura, you're supposed to be Queen of the Moors, and you invited me to this dinner. You told me to cover my horns. You're telling me to switch up to make these humans comfortable. And when this human lady has been nothing but disrespectful to me this whole entire time, you're still on her side. This is the thing, and this is just me personally. At that moment, if Sleeping Beauty was my friend, my sister, my cousin, or anything, she would have been dead to me at that moment. She would have been 100% dead to me because you knew me first, and you're going to throw our friendship away over some dick. And you know that his mother is a cunt and a bitch, and you know that this bitch set this whole shit up for me to go to wild out. And the only reason why I'm here is because of you. And at the time of need that I need you to have my back, like I had your back coming to this fucking dinner, you completely switch on me and you blame me for the king dying when you know goddamn well how curses and spells work, that I have to speak out verbally the spell. That's how I cursed you. So I didn't say fucking shit, and all of a sudden the king dies and you completely switched up on me. At that moment in time, she would have been dead to me. I would have took her crown away from the Moors, and the Moor would have been shut the fuck up, shut the fuck down, like it was in the first Maleficent movie. You remember in the first Maleficent movie, she made a border. We would have done the borders again, and I would have packed up all of Sleeping Beauty's shit, and it would be right at the curb. Right at the fucking curb. You had me switch up and force me to not be myself. And then when I'm being attacked, you completely switched up and you sided with them. Me and that bitch, we would have been done. Now you guys let me know in the comments if you would have forgiven Sleeping Beauty. You let me know in the comments if you felt like that shit was appropriate. But besides that, we're gonna move the fuck forward. And the ending was absolute garbage. It made no sense. There was a huge war. Visually, it looked amazing, but it was a huge fucking war. A lot of the fairies died. I didn't really see any humans die. And at the end of it, it's like, let's not fight anymore. We cool? Yeah, we cool. You sure we cool? Yeah, we cool. Okay, let's have a wedding. Let's celebrate the humans with their wedding. Yay! And happily ever after. Are you fucking kidding me? You killed Maleficent's people, which are endangered. A shitload of them. A shitload. You trapped fairies in a church and killed a shitload of them, but we're good. You just killed all my people, and it was a misunderstanding because the queen was a cunt bitch, and no one got in trouble. No one got a heading. There was no justice. It was, let's do a wedding. And what you did with the queen is you turned her a goat. No, what you should have done is turn to a lamb. We could have had that shit for dinner. That's what we should have done. Or turn that shit bitch into a fucking turkey and had Thanksgiving. That's what should have been fucking done. And then turn the fucking people that followed her into fucking collard greens, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, stuffing, wine, beer, vodka, whiskey, Dr. Pepper. Like, we could have turned all them motherfuckers and had a feast for the wedding. That's what should have had fucking happened. But no, you just said, no, we're cool. Like I said, I did not really see any humans die. That's just from what I've seen. Like, I saw the fairies actually saving the humans, but you know what? It is what it is. But if I were to rate the movie as to should you see it and should you not see it, the only reason why I would say you should see it because Maleficent and Angelina Jolie looked absolutely amazing. She looked absolutely amazing, and if you're in for the looks, I definitely advise you to see that movie, but expect for the fairies to not get any form of justice whatsoever, and that the humans, it's just a misunderstanding, it's going to continue forward. And then I would suggest you not to watch the movie if you don't even give a fuck that Angelina Jolie looked good, because the plot was stale and there was plot holes and shit that made no fucking sense. Also, the second major plot hole that got on my fucking nerves was all of a sudden Angelina Jolie's Maleficent's people showed up. Like, the kids showed up to the fucking wedding. How did they get there? Did you teleport them? How the fuck did you get them there? Because they weren't there when y'all were fighting. I refuse to believe that you had children there fighting against the fucking humans. But that's just my personal opinion and thought on the matter. But no, you let me the fuck know. Did you watch the movie? Did you enjoy the movie? Also, did you think that Sleeping Beauty was in the right to even have Maleficent cover her horns? Would you even forgive Sleeping Beauty for switching up? Did you ever have a friend to switch up? I'm asking a lot of questions, bitch. All I want is your opinions and thoughts. Again, if you enjoyed this video and you get to the end of it, thank you so much, and you have a blessed day.